Ken Tomash in here for Ed tonight.
And Clyde, I wrote you in the All-Star ballot this year. Just want to let you know.
Thank you very much.
I don't think it really
worked. Which position?
What position do you like?
Well, let's
If that wasn't a leading question,
Whoa.
I don't know if I've ever. None of these guys have their own billboards, though, so there you go. It'll be a starry night in San Diego next week for the Major League All-Star game. The starting lineups came out tonight for the Nationals. Fred McGriff will start in front of the home folks in San Diego at first base. Ryan Sandberg's at second. Terry Pendleton's at third for the first time, and for the 10th year in a row, Ozzie Smith is the shortstop. Patrolling the outfield, Andy Van Slyke and Barry Bonds of the Bucks, and San Diego's Tony Gwynn. Benito Santiago of the Padres is the catcher. For the Americans, home run leader Mark McGwire is the first baseman. Toronto's Roberto Alomar, Boston's Wade Boggs, and Baltimore's Cal Ripken round out the infield. The outfield has Kirby Puckett, Ken Griffey, and Jose Canseco, with Sandy Alomar behind the plate. They'll name reserves and pitchers tomorrow. Well, Ken Griffey Jr. is an all-star. This is not an all-star moment tonight against the Blue Jays. But then again, we're just used to seeing Griffey make those kind of catches before breakfast. Joe Carter is almost a lock for the All-Star team. Why? 19 home runs. This one in the fifth gave him 3 of his 4 RBIs on the night. And Jimmy Key pitched a 6-hit shutout. Helps to have All-Star defense behind you, like Robbie Alomar demonstrates here. Nice grab. Toronto wins for the 7th straight time, 6-zip over Seattle. Now, here's a guy who could be an All-Star if he just get his head together. Albert Bell of the Indians, who was benched for loafing earlier in the week, came back tonight to drive in 5 runs against the Angels, 4 of them with one swing of the bat. The grand slam broke a 4-all tie in the 7th. The Indians sent California their 10th loss in a row, 8-4. On the scoreboard, the Twins beat the Yanks 3-2. Detroit doubles up Oakland. Baltimore of Chicago 5-3. The Red Sox get a couple of home runs. Jody Reed and Phil Plantier beat the Royals 5-4. And Milwaukee 4, Texas 3. Well, the Cubs would rather fight than switch. Today, a federal judge gave Commissioner Fay Vincent until next Thursday to respond to the Cubs' lawsuit against him, challenging his decision to move the team from the National League East to the National League West for next season. A new hearing will be scheduled after Vincent responds. Well, Rob Dibble of the Reds is no stranger to hearings. He didn't like what the Cubs said to him today. Dwight Smith drilled a 9th-inning homer back into the bleachers to tie this game at 2. Then with the bases loaded, bottom of the 10th, Dibble pegs Ray Sanchez to force in the winning run. Cubs broke the Reds' 6-game win streak, 3-2 in 10. The Expos and Dodgers split a pair in L.A. San Francisco 4, Philly 3. Tonight, Houston 3-2 over Pittsburgh. Tom Glavine wins his 13th for the Braves as they beat the Mets 2-1. And Tom Pagnazzi homered in the 9th to lift the Cardinals over the Padres. Well, not only did the Indianapolis Indians win tonight 7-4 over Denver at Busch Stadium, but the Buffalo Bisons lost. That puts the Tribe up by 2.5 games in the American Association East. They'll wrap up the 3-game set with the Zephyrs tomorrow night. Then Oklahoma City comes in for 3 before the All-Star break. All right, the hometown favorite, France's Pascal Lino, is still the man in front at the Tour de France. Today's 4th stage was a 41-mile time trial. Even though Lino's team finished 13th, he held on to the lead. Defending champ Miguel Indurain of Spain is now in 6th place, 5.5 minutes back. And Greg LeMond, the 3-time champ from the USA, gained more than a minute on the leader, but he dropped from 10th to 12th. And now for some guys who are shoo-ins to be basketball stars. The Nike All-Star Camp at IUPUI has 127 of the best players and a lot of the best coaches. Mike Krzyzewski of Duke, just one of them. Now, a couple of these guys among the 127 who are being tested, measured, and schooled will play for Bob Knight's Hoosiers in '93. Number 55, 7-foot center, Richard Mandeville, one of the Twin Towers, will be coming to Bloomington. The other is 6'10", Robbie Eggers, number 113 here hitting the jumper. They should give IU some big-time height in '93 and beyond. 6'10" and 7 foot.
Wow.
Whew, they grow them big.
Yeah, the Hoosiers are looking forward to seeing those guys come in.
Nice to work with you this
Thank
week.
you. It's been fun.
Okay.
That's our news for now. We want to have Bob McClain give